Hi guys, today is Sunday, April 30th, and thanks for tuning into my channel. I know I haven't filmed a video for you all in quite some time, but basically I just wanted to discuss a topic related to macros in this video, which is just going out to eat. And then the second part of this video is gonna be a little bit about my personal goals and what I'm currently focused on. All right, so the first question is, how do you track macros when you're going out to eat? And I think that this is a topic that a lot of people kind of struggle with. So obviously this could go one of two ways. I see a lot of people that just order really plain entrees like piece of chicken breast and a side salad, and that's easy to track. So they'll just order something very safe. So the other way which this can go is you can go out to eat and decide that it's going to be your cheat meal, which is totally fine, right? I mean, yeah, a cheat meal could derail you a little bit depending on how much you eat, but you know, it should be fine. But the problem is that a lot of people have a cheat meal and then it turns into a cheat day, and it could even turn into a cheat week. So personally, when I go out to eat, on the day of, I'll just eat really high protein for breakfast and lunch. So I'll try to hit about 60 to 70% of my protein goal. And then this way, if I end up eating a really high protein dinner, fantastic. And if I don't, it's not really gonna hurt me. That would be my tip, is to just try to hit your protein during the day. Even if by the end of the night you don't end up hitting your protein, it's fine because you've already, come 70% of the way. So that's just a small tip that I have for eating out. And then what I also do is just bank calories. So I'll just save, 800 to 1200 calories for dinner. And I usually feel like that's probably what I'm eating in a restaurant meal, like give or take a little bit. But that's typically what I do because it's impossible to actually track your food. One thing that I would suggest though is if you are really trying to hit your protein goal and you're ordering like a burger or you're ordering like fish tacos, you can just ask the server, hey, how many ounces is this portion? And that's something that they typically know, right? Because they standardize all their portions. One issue that you might have is if you go out to eat really frequently, like once a day or 4 or 5 times a week, because your estimating might not be the best. But in situations like that, I would just say to estimate things on the higher side. So just to play it safe. So if you're at like Wendy's and you're eating a burger and the nutrition facts say it's 350 calories, I'd probably say 400 calories, right? Just to be safe, because you don't really know. Like the person that put the mayonnaise on your sandwich could have been having a really great day and put on a little bit extra for you. So that's the tricky part about going out to eat. But I really think if you give yourself a range, you'll feel a lot less stressed about it, and you can just kind of enjoy your meal and then easily get back on track. Right, so I also want to give you guys a personal update on what are my current goals. And I really wanted to put this in here because I feel like my goals have just been changing so frequently. I don't think it's a bad thing to change your mind at all, but even goals that I've set for myself in January have definitely shifted. And I just kind of want to document what I'm working towards right now and what's of importance in my life. One of my goals for a really long time, as most of you know, has been to get really serious about baking or even cooking in some capacity. Back when I was in college, I really considered going to culinary school. And even when I moved to New York and I had my first job, I still kind of wanted to work in a bakery. So because of that, I've always been inspired to really just start my own food blog and also to just sell stuff on the side. One of my ideas has always been to launch some kind of business. I'm not gonna say open a bakery per se, but I've definitely dabbled with certain ideas around like subscription boxes and things of that nature. If you guys are familiar with like Bite Meals, which is basically a macro meal service, like I've just been really intrigued by concepts like that. And at some points in time, I've written down a plan of how I wanted to execute even like starting a business or starting a blog, and it just hasn't materialized. And I was trying to ask myself, if I like this so much and I'm so passionate about it, why isn't it happening? Like if you really love something, like why aren't you doing it? Like what's stopping you? And I don't think it's that I'm not passionate about those things, but I think it's just that right now it's just not the ideal time for me to be focusing on stuff like that. Baking to me is definitely a hobby that I'm always gonna have, but it's not a challenge. It's not really challenging to me right now. And then starting my own business, I feel like would be almost too challenging given where I'm at right now in my life with the other things that I'm juggling. I just don't think that this is ideal right now. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that right now isn't the perfect time to actually pursue this. One of the other things that I've been focusing on is just kind of building my strength. So in January, I started working with a coach. I've been working out pretty consistently, which is kind of a first for me because honestly, I used to just like work out a lot in the spring and in the summer. Winter comes around and I'm just lazy, but I've been really consistent about it, which is great. So I signed up in January to go to this powerlifting and weightlifting gym. I just signed up for the strength and conditioning class, and so I took that for 8 weeks. And my goal going into that was just to learn proper technique for lifting. I didn't really have any expectations. I just wanted to know how to do stuff because I felt like I had graduated from free weights and dumbbells and I needed more of a challenge. So I've never really been one of those people who loves exercise. I've just never understood loving exercise. It was something that I did because, you know, I exercise because you feel good afterwards, but it was more just to try to maintain my health, you know. I never came home from work and was like, yes, let's go to the gym. Like, can't wait. I was taking the strength and conditioning class and I don't know, I just started to really like it. I felt like the people that I was surrounded by were much different than previous environments that I had been in. So if you know the backstory, when I moved to Astoria, I started going to another studio that I still go to. I think it's great. I think their class offerings are like top notch, but as far as making friends goes and talking to people, it's a little bit different. We'll just leave it at that. So this environment was just very different going to the powerlifting gym. It was out of my element for sure, and I think that that was good for me. So after I finished 8 weeks of strength and conditioning, I had to make a choice. Did I want to quit? Was that it? Did I want to move to the next level, which was kind of like strength and conditioning part 2, or did I want to join the powerlifting team? So I decided to join the powerlifting team, and that was a decision that I made. It's more of a commitment because previously I had been going Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Now my schedule shifts to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. But yeah, so I just thought that would be something I wanted to document because it's a priority for me now in my life, like just focusing on getting better at that. You know, there's a lot of things that come up. There's events during the week, there's happy hours, you know, like stuff like that. And if I have to say no to those things, I just want people to understand that it's not because I don't want to be there, but it's because for right now, I've chosen to focus on something else. And I don't really think that I could excel at powerlifting if I am not dedicating myself to it, right? Yeah, I'm just really excited. So that's it. Hi guys, thanks for watching today's video. I totally forgot to film an outro clip, so I'm just doing it right now. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll also link my Instagram right here in case you want to follow what I'm eating this week. And if you can't tell, I'm in Los Angeles right now. You might be able to see behind me some beautiful palm trees. So I'll give you guys an update on what I'm doing here, and I will catch you in the next one.